Yo guys, what's going on? This is Calder, and this is the first time I've ever done something like this. And I think that's pretty hype. So if you can't tell by the title of the video, this is a replay of a match that I had the other night playing Graves, and I just had to post it. It was such an insane match. So much back and forth. I mean, I don't want to spoil too much of it for you, but steals and just types of crazy plays. So yeah, we're gonna be playing as Graves. Probably one of my better heroes to play on. I mean, at this point I can probably just say she's my main. I've been having a lot of fun playing with Graves. So we have a Rim on our lane in our team, going against a Celeste and a Pocket, and this Pocket is an absolute menace. You're gonna see there was a lot of good players on this team. My rank, which would probably represent that, I'm in Archon 4 now, and I've been climbing with Graves. Graves have been kind of helping me climb, and it's been pretty awesome. So, I mean, enough of that intro stuff. We'll kind of do a little play-by-play, and maybe I'll just probably put in some tips, you know, stuff like that, throughout the entire video to try to help you guys hopefully climb in ranks if you're also doing the same. You see here, I kind of misplayed here. I was trying to go in and save my Rim who overextended, but I didn't see the path that he was going to go down, and unfortunately wasn't able to get the return on the Celeste. So when playing Graves, I really like to start with the 2. After the recent buff, I just feel like that's probably just the best ability to start with, now that she can put that zombie out on level 1. And then I did make kind of the mistake of going my 3 here. It does help me clear a little bit, but I should have picked up my 1 because of the build order that I go in. And speaking of builds, I kind of did like a little, or what has been helping me scale through my rank, I kind of have like a little homebrewed Graves build. So yeah, just keep an eye on it. I'll let you know some of the items that I pick up there. I pick up Quicksilver Reload because I think it's really good for her 1. And I'll probably put the build ID, or I know I've been wanting to do a video for it. Hold on a second. I think we do. We'll live this. Yeah, we do. Yeah, I was been wanting to do like a Graves video. I've been working on getting some footage for it. Kind of like a how to play her in a way. Maybe you guys would be interested in that. Make sure we dodge the Pocket teleport, because that thing does a lot of damage. We probably were dead if we got hit by both of the abilities there. And that's why I like the Graves too, because you can kind of clear from very far away. That's something I like to do whenever there's pressure against us. I'll use the 2 as kind of like a walking point that the minions has to go into. We get a lot of damage on the Pocket here. Oh, okay, we missed the parry, but unfortunately we both get parried, I think, got by the Celeste there. But no worries, no worries. On some of the video and toward the later in the stage, I will do a little bit of skipping, you know, just so I can get past through some of those death timers, because some of them being kind of long. When I was going back and doing the replay, because I forgot to record whenever I was in the match, the replay feature is not the best feature. But we got there. It's a little trick I saw here. You can kind of kill these guys without really taking any damage. Most of the time I just go in and just try to double heavy melee them. So I come back to the wave here before clearing, because I didn't want them to get too much wave pressure. And the zombie there getting a clear for us. Oh, and I forgot to... There's another thing. So with the replay, it got stuck with it viewing us as the Hidden King side. As you can see, the map is kind of upside down. Hold on a second here. I think we do live through this. We get hit by Affliction and we still live. They missed the Celeste ult, so that's probably why we live. But yeah, our mini-map is upside down here, so our rotations are going to look a little weird. And I decided to keep both players visible, both teams visible for the game. You know, it just seemed kind of fun, you know. We see some of the information that I didn't know at the time. We get a lot of damage here on the Celeste while she's in the store. We do gotta back up some.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
Great heals coming by our Ram. We gotta be a little careful here. We take a heavy melee. She's very poked out though. Okay, we do have ult. And one thing with Graves is you'll kind of see by my gameplay with her. Actually, hold on, I think we get this kill. She gets slept. Our Quicksilver reload extends our mag. And that's why I like to go that item on Graves. It's very good for her one. Yeah, but like I was saying, whenever I play Graves, you're going to kind of notice my playstyle a little bit with her. I like to drop the ult as much as I can. This guy kind of goes in, he's a little greedy. Yeah, he's very greedy. I think he dies for that. Great snipe by our Rem. Nah, we mistime our parry. I think we get punished for that. Yep. Unlucky. But yeah, if you guys were interested in seeing a Graves video, I'll probably still put it out. You know, just because I know my channel is pretty small and not too many people watch, but for the people that have been watching, thanks and welcome back. I hope you've been liking the Deadlock content. Yeah, and then this is what I mean by we'll do some skipping here and there, because pause lock, you know, that one joke. Press P, everyone says. It's funny, right? And it's interesting because you can also the replay point of view. We hear call-outs from the Archmother team, but we see the text call-outs from the Hidden King. So it's I'll just try to remember to just record my matches more often. But it's interesting because we kind of get into the mind a little bit of the other team. So to kind of explain our build a little bit. So, I mean, for the early game, I really do like to get early items to extend our mag. Because, I mean, with Graves, you should just always be holding down left click. Whether you're clearing or poking, you know, stuff like that. And I tend to max the 2 first. So my build order, I'll max the 2. I like to put 1 point into the ult whenever I have extra, I guess level up points is a good way to put it. Because it gives it that extra cooldown. And I'll explain it more in another video on why I think that cooldown is very important. So yeah, I like to put the cooldown item on the ult, but I've been liking the 2 a lot lately, so I might switch that up some now that she gets the 2 zombies at max rank. But yeah, but this game ended up going pretty well. My Rem's not here, so that's why I decided to pop my ult, just to help me regain pressure. 2 of them are showing up. And that's the thing I was saying with Graves. It's like you can't be afraid to just drop your ult, especially if you want to. You should always be focusing on like wave pressure and stuff like that. So whether it's not to lose pressure or to gain pressure, you can't be afraid to just drop your ult. And then now that my 2 is, I think, at 3 ranks, it covers the entire street, I'll say, for any lane. I need some good damage coming from the other team. That is a great Celeste ult. She got a lot of damage off there. I like to jump up here whenever I don't have pressure, so it allows me to get vision. Nice, we avoid the affliction. And here I was kind of hoping that my Rem would back up or follow up on his sleep. I heavy melee a little too late, and then he gets sniped by the Great Talon. But close trades, close trades. Can't get them all. So you can see the mini-map's a little upside down. It's a little wonky. But fortunately, we don't lose our Guardian. And our ult is back up. So it's like, we have our ult up very, very, very quickly. Hopefully, hopefully that stays the same with Graves. I feel like that's a very, very nice part of her kit. She can just kind of get her ult down a lot. You notice I haven't gone like a starter item here. So no restorative shot, no monster rounds, which sometimes I'll build if I'm going against a team that has a lot better clear. But since our clear is, if not better, I think she overextended. We'll get the kill on her. He got hit into the trap, hit the heavy melee on him. I did not hear that that Great Talon ult at the beginning. That did massive damage. I'm surprised that did not kill me. And then here I think we should just push. Get a parry. And then yeah, we should just get this. This gives us a lot of extra pressure. And I misplay here. I try to get a little greedy for that extra wave. The Ren was smart to get out of there, and I get punished for it. That's what I'm saying. This is a high octane game. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth on that. So dig in. Can't wait for you guys to see what happens later. Try to do my best not to spoil it. So here, I'm like, okay, that mid Guardian is gone. We should just help somewhere else on the map. We have a lot of people that's really good at rotating, like Yamato, Apollo, Lash, and I want them to make more presence around the map. Graves is not really a good like jungler or rotator. She's just like a lane pusher. I'm gonna draw my ult here, get my zombies in on the Guardian. Use my 1 to give me the buff to my autos. And then we should be able to get this for free. We can clear up this wave since it's already here. Our teammates are going in, but we should be pulling back here. I try to block off the exit path for the Viscous, but I misplace it. I see the Apollos going in. So I'm just gonna wait out the cube, and I should be able to kill him. Avoid the slam. The skulls pick up the kill. And this is why I like to get Fleetfoot on Graves. She only has 2 dashes. I do see some people getting like extra stamina on her, and I really just don't think that she needs it. That's why I like to go Enduring Speed, and with Fleetfoot, especially after the Fleetfoot buff. I've been building Fleetfoot for a while, but I just feel like you should just save your dashes for when you actually need them, and just I build a lot of items that give me movement speed, so you'll see. I just like to run them down. So interesting thing for the comment section. How do you guys feel about the new urn now that it's made some adjustments? I kind of noticed from this game, I'm digging new urn now. I'm a new urn meta believer. I feel like it makes the game more exciting. Forces a team fight. You know what I mean? Like how we're about to see right here. Both teams are here. I don't like. Hold on. I don't want to talk over the fight. I mean, I just get owned because I just took a lot of damage. So hopefully my team can clean up. in parts like this is what I mean. I'll do a little skipping because working the replay menu and it just wasn't gonna work out for the YouTube video. But yeah, but new urn, I like it. I think it, as you can see by the feed, it promotes a lot of fighting, and I think in like MOBAs and stuff like this, I don't like the snooze fest MOBA metas where it's just split pushing and then you just get giga fed and it just comes down to just people playing super safe and, you know, not pushing for towers and stuff like that. Just sitting under towers or split pushing and just playing off a minion farm. I just don't think that that's fun. You know what I mean? I think it's Resident Sleeper snooze fest. And I like more things that are like team fights. You know what I mean? So here we, I think we pressure for this. And I try to like submit my life for it because I think that Guardian is worth a little bit more than me right now. I think my Apollo, yeah, the Apollo comes in and cleans it up. So yeah, that's just like a personal preference, maybe. Who knows? Everyone has their own ideas. I just like it when there's actually more objectives to fight over. So more than just mid boss and towers and walkers. You know what I mean? Urn actually feels very important now during the mid and early game. You'll see some of the fights get absolutely crazy. But we don't want to give up this walker just yet. Clear out these minions. And I decided to go for toxic bullets first against this team. They kind of have a lot of survivability. The Victor has a lot of healing. The Viscous also has a lot of healing. And then just like the Celeste and the Venator are going to be pretty tanky. So toxic bullets is going to have a lot of value here. The extra HP shred and anti-heal. So let's see here. I see the Ven going for the yellow walker here. So hopefully we can defend. He's going to full kid drop to try to scare him off. It ends up working. We end up saving a walker at 1 HP. W.
The Venator's missing.
Go ahead and call out for my team.
They couldn't have gotten far.
They're about to get lashed.
And as you can see here, the soul deficit is getting rather large. I misplaced my wall there, so he manages. I think my teammates might be able to catch him down, but they have a lot more chase than I do, so I'm not going to bother with it. And I'm just going to focus on the objective. Play to my character's strong suit. He comes in. This is where the Fleetfoot comes in handy.
I see Viscous.
See if I can peel for them. We're not going to go in and die there. Yeah, that guy's dead. They dove very far.
Can't stop me. Venator's missing.
You're going to see this Great Talon. Oh my god. It's so much damage. You're going to see in this later in the matches, that guy has a target locked on my head.
Headed to green.
Okay, avoid that because that thing actually hits very hard.
Pocket's missing.
Our green water is under attack.
I'm just going to slowly push up this lane a little bit.
I see Victor.
I think it's pretty safe for us to grab here. And man, I wish I would have been recording this whenever the match was actually going on. So, hold on a second here. I think we get some pressure here on this Viscous. He does have ult, so we're going to see if we can try to bait it out. But we don't want to be too far because they could rotate here. So we're just going to back up. But yeah, I wish, I kind of do wish that parts of this game, I'll do a little bit of some mix and matching of some of my uploads on, like some of these play-by-plays, or these like, you know, these playbacks, is a good way, better way to put it, to where we can actually like, look back at it and see some good things and bad things that we did in the match, and hopefully you guys can learn from it. But then I also try to actually do like some live uploads too, because this match was hype in the chat. If you've ever seen some of my matches where it's an actual live commentary, I do a lot of shot calling and a lot of coordination with teams. You'll see, I'll point them out here and there, and it gets very, very hype. We missed the jump, so I might as well get this guy since he's out of position. Now there's nowhere he can go. Go and secure the bag.
What's the point of having a lich for a best friend if I can't tap into her power?
And right now, items that we're looking for, we're just looking for items to help us power farm. We're still behind in souls. That's why I'm picking up the comeback urn here. So this should be pretty good. We just got to pick. Someone's still coming out of base.
Help me deliver this
Letting our
thing.
team know, like, hey, we need to fight around this urn.
Help me deliver this thing.
Our
Pocket's
Rem,
missing.
our Rem getting a little cheeky with the comms.
I see great
And then I think Graves is pretty good on stuff like this. You can drop it. It's in the middle of the lane. Drop these down. So it's like, hey, if you want this urn, you're gonna have to go through those zombies. He has to go around. Celeste has lightning scroll, which is very annoying for us. We don't want to get too far in. We secured it.
Just stay out of my way.
Let's try to see if we can get out. Our Fleetfoot is down, which is unfortunate. That's gonna cleanse slows for us. A little cheeky. See if we can get out. And there's the Great Talon Sniper. Sick. So that's the one thing with those two stamina characters. They're very heavily affected by slows. And I just don't think that building extra stamina like solves the problem of being affected more by slows. I think that having more slow resist is better. So that's why I go like Fleetfoot and like Juggernaut and stuff like that.
The rejuvenator is
So here is the first rejuve of the match. Don't worry, there's gonna be more of those. You know, so don't be like this Rem. You know what I mean? Spamming comms a little bit. You know, maybe he thought that the match was over. We get nailed by another bird. Just because rejuve is down, you know, doesn't mean the game is over. We still have plenty of walkers up.
our green
As long as we
walker
don't
is under
get too
attack.
far out of position. I see Pocket over in the left lane, so I'm going to use my boost.
Stay away from me.
He's got their biggest souls right now, so we need to keep an eye on him.
I see Bomber quick.
I hear our Rem. I hear our Rem had to ult, so I just dropped my ult here, so this Pocket can't just split push that for free. And I see that I noticed on my side of the map that they weren't pushing, so I'm like, hey, well, maybe I can stall out their rejuve by creating some pressure. And we actually get a pick, too, which is huge. So I'm like, all right, they're fighting there, so I might as well see if I can create some pressure somewhere else to stall out their rejuve a bit more. And we see that it works. I end up pulling the Celeste. And then I don't have to worry about too much, because I'm pretty fast. Enduring speed, putting in some work.
Walker is under attack.
Headed to blue.
And I guess like I should have when it comes to the speed talk, like I could go Trophy Collector on Graves, but I just don't think Trophy Collector is that great with her. It might be like a strong item. While we clean up this Ven. Like I think Trophy Collector is just a better item for people who actually have like good AoE hitting abilities. So like if we look at this game, like maybe Rem could get it, but like more so Geist, Lash, pretty much almost everyone else on this team, maybe not the Ven. So we get the Pocket here. Have some zombies on him. He manages to get the TP. Does he get out? He manages to avoid the slam too. But we get another pick to Victor. We just kind of just walk him down. And we get hit by another Celeste ball. That's probably gonna kill us. And there it is. Yep. Celeste is a good counter, I feel like, for Graves. Just because that ball bounces a lot. So now here's the part where our death timers are gonna kind of get a little long. So, you know, I'll skip to some of the good parts, at least when we're alive, so we can keep the video a little high octane. Go ahead and upgrade some items here for a superior cooldown. And I wish with the replay mode that you could see a bit more than what you see in game. So it's not showing like my item shop and different builds, you know, different items that I use for Graves. But essentially the idea here is, you know, we have the fleet foot, we have the enduring speed, we have a lot of items that that synergize with our autos. I feel like Graves is more of an auto attack character than like a spear character, the way I play her. So then, like, I look for Quicksilver Reload, Surge of Power. That's where that extra spirit is going to get turned into Escalating Resilience, because I do play her a bit more in the front line. I bite off a lot here, messing around with this Victor, but we do get some return damage, and maybe he dies. Okay, we get his ult. I should have paid a bit more attention there if he had ult. But yeah, essentially I just play, like, items to just, like, walk people down. And to kind of not necessarily front line, but kind of that middle. Like, I'm not like a backline player with Graves, because I feel like that's not how she's really supposed to be played. I just feel like she's kind of like a bruiser character almost. So you want to be kind of in the fight a little bit. So when you do drop the ult, you can use it either as bait for a parry, or is just like, hey, those zombies don't have to run that far to be on top of someone, and if they're focusing on the zombies, they're not paying attention to you. So one or the other, make them choose. Pretty sick here that we get the urn, so that ended up working out in our favor. The soul lead is starting to stabilize a little bit now that it's even, and at this point I'm just kind of you know, just kind of talking to my team, like, hey, we need to play around. The Yamato is getting dove, so we need to pay a bit more attention to the map and rotates. Like, yes, walkers are important right now, but right now we want to keep them from deathballing and create opportunities where we can deathball. So points in like this in the mid game, grouping up is a bit more important. That's where the comms are coming in from the ram. I'm just letting them know that, or letting everyone know. Like, look for farm. Our rim lets us know that he has some relics active. And then right here I'm telling my team, I'm like, hey, just kind of wait a little bit. Let's keep wave pressure in our favor, because we've been kind of coming back from that, using the urn as good opportunities to fight. And I'm also close to coming up to a tier 4 item. So I'm like, hey, right now is not a good time to fight. Let's just like farm up safely. So then I'm just looking for some easy farm to pick up. Take these little minis. And then for me, I don't feel like Graves can't really hyper farm. Yeah, I'm like, Rem, like, that's not our fight.
I'm added to Greenwich. I'll slam him
And then he
down.
gets
You guys
owned.
take him out.
I hear the Grey Talent ult, so here I try to like stay in Grey Talent's vision, because I think Rem dies if he gets hit by that. So I'm like trying to tank that for him. And Celeste pushes up. I cut off our exit angle. I think she dies here. Yep.
We make a good team.
And then now we have advantage, and now that's a good time to push.
Let's push Greenwich.
Like, yeah, it kind of stinks because they're counter pushing, but I mean, the game has to progress at some point. So then they kind of, you know, you can't really tell your teammates what to do in some of these games. So they all rotate to mid. So we figured, hey, well, let's fight them in mid. Maybe we get some picks. we do get a pick. I'll go back left to cover the counter push, because now we win the fight. And I kind of let my team know here. I'm like, hey, we won that fight. 3 is down. We can probably pull mid. So they're staying grouped in mid. I'm just covering the option. And then they just choose the farm. The guys comes here for a support me with the pocket. And I kind of made a little bit of a decision here. Instead of going for the hyper carry item or the hyper farm item with Ricochet, Graves comes on very fast after she picks up Ricochet. I decided to go for Silencer instead, and I just felt like Silencer would be good against Pocket, because I think Pocket is very dependent on his abilities and outmaneuvering you and misplaying you and all that stuff going into the book. Just a bunch of bull, you know what I mean, that Pocket can pull off. So I figured, okay, well, if I can keep him in a good spot to where he has the Silencer effect on him, so we get another bird, that it'll take away that opportunity for him to outplay us. So we grab the urn on the way out. They're gonna want to come to this side of the map, so we might as well bring the urn to the other side of the map and hopefully secure it.
Help me deliver this thing.
Our team did get a couple people fall, so it might not be in our interest now. We kind of lose some of our pressure with that. Yeah, so I decided to drop the urn here. And I try to, I guess, help out our Yamato without committing my life. She can get out a lot easier than I can. Good damage on the Viscous. I don't notice this Victor ult until the last second. I get nailed by it. Get healing by the rim. Our Lash gets a pretty solid ult here, so we decide to re-engage. We just look for people who are at the lowest HP bars. We get her, or get him, get her. And then I think we also get this Ven too. He has ult, and I'm sure he's spamming it, but he's silenced now. So now all he can do is retreat. He runs into the trap. We get his ult and his life, which is huge. He pops his ult at the last second. We kill him before he goes off. And then I let my team know here. I'm like, where are you guys going? I'm like, come help me push. So they're all down. Got to get some objectives. Grab this. And then while I'm in game, in the live game, I make some shot calls here. I let my team know. I'm like, hey, let's just go mid. They're either going to be walking out of base. Let's just stay together, do mid. If you're not together, you're just kind of trolling. Let's keep our pressure. Put our foot on the gas. Then we go for mid. And then I let them know, hey, we're immediately going to grab the urn after this. Everyone stay together. So fortunately, I get some good teammates and actually listen to some of the calls. And, you know, and that's the thing with being a shot caller sometimes. Sometimes your calls are fucking dog shit, you know. But sometimes the calls are pretty good. And, I mean, I'm like, hey, we don't need to go back to base. There's a shop right here. Let's just buy our item, grab the urn, extend this lead. So I buy Merc Mag. And I buy Long Shot. That's another long range. That's another item after some buffs that I've been liking on Graves. So I don't have to really depend on the fleet foot as much. My autos reach out further, which I didn't know that when you have that item on Graves. It's pretty sick. So we have the urn. As you can see, we were just rotating as a team, which was the right play, because if we show up here with only like 2 or 3 people, we lose that fight, because as we can see, the other team is here. So I'm like, hey, let's go in. Let's fuck these guys up. We have pressure here. Even if we lose the fight, it's in our favor, because we have Rejuve. We should still be able to get the urn and win the fight. I've secured the urn. The urn is worth a little bit more than my life right now. That pulls them back in. And I think my team cleans up here. Yeah, we get a pick on the Victor. Some other people should fall down if we just pay attention to the health bars. Our Rem rejuves. Viscous falls. Van is calling for retreat as he's dying. And it's like, hey, that fight is so against them. And just team play there. The Van should fall pretty soon. Oh, does he get out? No, I think he does here. Sorry, we're going to go ahead and skip ahead to where we respawn. So get back to the action. So now that we're back, go ahead and explain some of our items here. We still haven't made our upgrade for our Surge of Power. We have our Silencer, we have our Merc Mag, we have a lot of on-hit item effects with the Toxic Bullets and the Tesla Bullets to help spread that damage. And then as you see, we're still kind of coasting off of the movement speed of our Enduring Speed and our Fleet Foot. And really when you have Fleet Foot, like just to kind of get the most use out of it, it's such a long cooldown. You really want to just use it as much as possible. Help you with rotates, especially if you're not as good as traversing the map. Having that extra movement speed helps a lot. So I let our team know here that like, hey, nothing's up. We don't need to be fighting for anything. Go ahead and drop our, I like to do that a lot as Graves. It's like, hey, just get value out of the ult. Nothing's really going on. Trying to help my team get out of this fight. So we take a massive nuke from that Grey Talon. And then, yeah, I'm essentially out of the fight there. Great healing by the Rim. Great healing by the Rim. As our zombies somehow made it over here and left instead of chasing them. And now we can re-engage. And we can look for this Viscous. Try to cut off his path there, but he kind of jukes me a little bit. Our team shows back up. I'm like, alright, let's follow back up with them. Actually, I think I look for some farm here, because I think that fight's kind of coming to its end. And this is a massive wave. These were joined by our Yamato. They still have the urn. Oh yeah, I remember this. I remember that they're trying to group for the urn. I tell my team, I'm like, hey, let's just stay around this urn. Make this Vin lose some health, because he's holding it. And then let's try to pick it back up. Use that as pressure, because he should be having to go back to base pretty soon. You can see the urn hauling ass back to the other side of the map. So I'm like, hey, let's pick up this urn. So I think I boost for it so we can try to restabilize this. And yeah, like I let my team know here in the end game. And our Apollo agrees.
Protect the urn runner.
He picks up the urn. As you can see, the other team, they're a little confused on what to do here. So I'm like, yep, I told them stay together. Let's do this urn. Let's group up. Everybody get here. You see the rotates are coming in from Rem and Yamato.
Apologies. Pull back.
Thank you.
Our ult is back up. That cooldown is coming in very, very handy.
Channeling the dead.
So we just try not to take extra damage here. Just go ahead and drop that ult. Drop our wall. Get our zombies out. Okay. And then now we go for the counterplay. That was a great ult by the Grey Talon. But I managed to hit the urn and not the Apollo parry there. Or the pocket parry. So I do think that we get this fight. Our health bars are looking better than theirs. But that Celeste ult is going to go huge. We get some picks. A lot of people are still up. I think we secure this urn. Victor has ult, so he's going to rejuve here. I think they're shifting their focus to the Grey Talon. We get the urn. Oh, and it's about an even trade for both teams. And that's what I was like, tell my team here, I'm like, hey, good job. You know what I mean? Keep the spirits high. Like, even though we could have came out a little bit more in that, but it's about even. You know what I mean? And we get a nice cleanup by the Yamato on the Victor, which is kind of huge. And Grey Talon bailed out of there, so it ends up being in our favor. We have 2 that stays alive. We get the urn, and they only have 1. So we take that trade any time of the day. So a little bit of synergy, back to the build. So we finally get our Surge of Power and our Merc Mag, and I think that those are just 2 core items for Graves, in my opinion. Like, I mean, when it comes to Graves, you really want to use your 1 at a good time, and getting the mag refresh plus the extra bullet damage that both of those items come with, it's just great synergy. And we did sell our Fleetfoot here because we were like, okay, we need some more green invests. We're taking a lot of damage from their spirit abilities, and we can't really fit spirit defense in our build, so we pick up the full Juggernaut. I also tell my team here, get back on track, I tell my team to go for mid-boss here. I'm like, hey, they're probably just coming out of base. Our waves were really pushed up. Let's just take a fight. Like, let's just keep them guessing. So I see the Grey Talon here up on his own. Kind of push him off here. Also cut off that return route for them, and just go back to clearing the mid-boss. Here, the Grey Talon gets a... Oh, I thought he was looking for the ult, but he doesn't drop it in here, so I just kind of stand and make sure we secure the urn for the mid. I look for the parry, and then we should be able to win this fight pretty well. Kind of a weird ult by the Lash there to throw them off to the corner. But even if we die here, we have Rejuve. Can't be afraid to consume it. We get nailed by another Victor ult. He gets out, cut off an escape path. And then this guy is here by himself. But he's pocket though. He can just get out by such crazy metrics. And then he kind of gets owned by his own teammate here, cubing him, and now he can't escape. He can't. I don't think he can teleport with me having the silence on him. So that's why I got silencer. Keep him from being able to do stuff like that. I see the fight's coming back up here. I wait until the Victor passes through so his teammates can't back him up. And then we manage to isolate him, get the pick. And then we managed to live.
Thank you.
Great heals coming from this Rem again. And then we just push waves. We're really needing Ricochet here, so we can just insta clear the waves. I think that'll be the next item that we buy since we're pretty close. And speaking of needing money for items, the urn has respawned. So I just kind of wait for this. I throw out some minions here to kind of keep that Grey Talon from pushing up on me. And then, yeah. I choose a safe path here because at this point in time, I mean, they have some very good rotators, a lot of aerial units too, so they could be almost anywhere in my mind. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to choose a safe path here. They've already got pressure up on the right side of the map. So then I'll just choose a safe path, even though we might take a little bit of urn damage and it'll be a little bit slower time to defend. So it's not always about delivering the urn as quickly as possible. Sometimes it's better to do it as safely as possible. And my team does a great job here creating some space for me. So I can drop that here. Drop some defenses of my own. The fight's going on. I use some minions to back them up. And I notice him, the Venator, as I get nailed. I notice the Venator trying to come in for a cheeky steal, but he gets immobilized, and then I get nailed by another Grey Talon. Oh, I told you, this guy had it out for me. He's dropping nukes on my head. But it ended up working out. I think our team fought that fight really well. Even if we lose there, there's not too much for them to get on the map. Plus, we have waves pushed up, other than mid-wave. But I think our Geist is online now, and she is just pumping damage. She's probably just full bomb build, which I think every guy should do. It's just so much damage. And I end up thinking that we see calls coming out from them to retreat, but the guy ends up falling, so. But they do decide to reset, so not a bad call. Let's go ahead and skip ahead to when we're back alive. So now we're back. We can see that they're grouping up for a mid boss, or at least some coverage in mid. I don't think mid is up just yet. There still might be another 30 seconds to a minute on that respawn. So here, moments like this, you really just want to make sure your side lanes are pushed up, that you're not getting too much pressure, because, you know, Winions, and so we can group in mid. And that's what I'd let my team know here. I'm like, hey, the next fight, it should be in mid. I communicate to them. There's some pings coming out of the map. And then I'm just like, hey, don't look for the fight early. You know, don't rush it. You know, we already have pretty good advantage. We have pretty good level leads. We have pretty good gold lead or soul lead, however you want to put it. So I just let my team know. I'm like, hey, pick up some upgrades. Mid boss responds. And then this is where I make that call. I'm like, hey, mid has responded. Let's everyone group there now. Try to get there first so we can create space. But don't commit a fight. I go ahead and draw my ult because that's going to help us get pressure in case we win the fight. We don't have to worry about fixing waves. And then I've already used my boost to get back in. So, fight's breaking out. As you can see from the other team, they're actually not looking for this fight, which is, you know, we didn't expect. We expected them to show up and brawl out here. So I'm like, hey, let's just pull it. Let's just go down and just look for the mid and just force them to get here, because why not? Some pings come out. Or actually, no, I don't think actually, yeah, they pull down, and I'm like, hey, don't push it too far. Let me get a little bit of pressure. Wait for them to bait them in a little bit. The other team did take the bait. And then I'm like, now let's look for the fight. At this point, I remembered them telling him. Lash left us know that his ult is up. And I'm like, yep, let's look for the fight. We can see that Grey Talon, that pressure that we did from our ult, pulled that Grey Talon to the right side of the map. So then that should give us advantage on the fight. Now they're fighting it one man down. We get an early pick. We dodge the affliction, which is huge. Our ult comes back up. Our transcendent cooldown came in huge now. And then now we should just look for just picks. I throw out a massive wall as I take a bunch of damage. We immobilize a few enemies. And I think I managed to escape here. The Vince chasing me down. I pull him back to our team. Use that fleet foot to cleanse the slow. And then he falls for it.
Thank you.
And then here I hear the bird coming, so I'm like, I'm out of there. Like, it probably would catch me on it, but I managed to get back to the base. And managed to heal up. And it ended up being a little bit in their favor. This is where that back and forth comes through. You can't really anticipate everything. We fall down, and they start to push back on our base. Our guys kind of went the wrong way instead of coming back, so I try to come back to see if I can at least help her get out. We get a pick instead, and she lives. I guess we try to look to see if there's anyone overextended. I noticed the lanes kind of pushing up. There's a massive, massive wave. The Apollo is trying to tell us to go mid here, but I'm like, nah, bro, there's a massive wave here. Like, that's a whole nother item for me. And that gives us a bit more breathing room, and he agrees. They do decide to pull mid here. So I'm like, okay, well, since teammates had other ideas, we're just going to go in and support them up. Even though you're not making the decision, sometimes it's just better to just be there with the team, no matter what the decision is. So it doesn't end up working out for us because that ball knocks us down. The guy gets a great ult. She was like close to dying there. But now we're getting respawns. Respawns are coming in our favor. And I decided to pick up some defense here. Yeah, I remember that. I went a little bit off build. You know what I mean? You gotta know how. That's one thing with Deadlock. I think as you get higher in ranks, you gotta know how to counter build. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can go like giga hyper carry, build all the items that you want for your build and just carry the game. Sure, that might happen. But I think that most games, as you notice in higher play with any MOBA, you know, League or Smite or whatever MOBA you play, that counter building is always going to be important. So that's why I built up that Spirit Breaker, because I noticed a lot on their team are heavily spirited invested. The Victor is full spirit build, the Great Talon was full spirit build. The rest of them, pretty much the only one that wasn't a full spirit build was the Venator. So that is infinite value on the Spirit Breaker. Oh yeah, this is when I noticed. Hold on, I think I did a little bit of voice editing here, or video editing. We're gonna go and look at this insane pocket play. Oh my god, I haven't seen something like this in a while. Alright, so check this out, check this out. Hold on a second. So first off, if you've made it this far, you're the freaking GOAT. You know, thanks for watching. You know, hopefully you liked it. You know, show some love and, you know, some type of talk, you know, like or comments or whatever, so I can, you know that you like the video and try to put more stuff out like this. But watch this crazy shit. This guy clipped them so hard. There's a rejuice coming down. TP's in. It's a double parry. All 3 rejuves. Insane. And cleans it up. Absolute goated. This guy did not want to lose that match. This match, man. That is insane. And he escapes. Insane plays. Insane. Shout out to that pocket. He was so I'm saying, this game, they were insane back and forth. You know, it's like the 4th rejuve, and now they're pushing in on our base, and let's see what happens from there. Managed to kill another Victor, but that's just his ult. Of course, I get hit by his ult again. For some reason, I didn't use my fleet foot to get out. And then, yeah, he gets us. He cleans us up there. But our team is there to help clean him up, I believe. Yep. And it's just a rejuve. And here, I mean, I'm just going to skip ahead to when we're back alive. Our respawn timers are kind of bugged from the replay menu, so we don't want to miss out on some of that action. So we're going to skip ahead to that now. All right, we're back in it. We're back in it. So if you notice by my build, I decided to put fleet foot back on there. I was like, that item is just needed way too much for me. And I decide to buy another tier 4 green item, Leech. Give me some more spirit resist, a little bit of gun resist, and a little bit of weapon damage. And that, as you can see, our investments are looking pretty good. We got some very high investments on spirit, gun, and green invest. And I feel like when it comes to Graves, that's why I don't really build too many spirit items with her. There are just some very core gun items that are actually from the spirit tree that'll give you that spirit invest, which will give you the extra damage on your zombies and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll if you guys are interested, I'll leave the build in the description for the video for my fellow Grave players out there. And I'll do a more in-depth Graves video on how I play Graves. Because I'll show at the end of the match some of my stats on why I feel like I would have a good opinion when it comes to Graves. I have about a 60% win rate. I'm an Archon, so, you know, whether that's majority or about middle of the pack, I think that's a slightly... I looked at some stats on Deadlock Tracker that Archon is a fair amount higher than majority of the player base. So then I have some good tips and stuff for you guys that I'll give you for Graves that'll help you with your matches. You see the ricochet goes huge there, you know what I mean? We just insta-clear that massive wave. So now they're having another base push, and you know I wouldn't put up a video this long if there wasn't a back and forth base push, as you can tell by my previous Geist video. So let's see what we can do to pull some craziness off. I figured that shrine is gone. There's no point of me giving my life for it. We're gonna play for the patron defend. Another weird ult by our Lash there. I just don't know if he knew to just throw them on top of my immobilize, because then that'll just be good for damage. I draw my ult in a safe spot here. dodge the Great Talon ult finally. And then I just step in. I know there's a lot of minions here. And look, our Ricochet just cleared that entire minion wave. If they want, they have to face tank Patron instead of using minions. I go back and help with the Victor. I finally managed to avoid a Victor ult. And then we just clear him up. And then I let my team know here. I'm like, hey, they're backing up. They just end up investing a lot. They're all either heading back to base or not in the fight. We should just go for mid. And this is what I like to call a Hail Mary play. I mean, it's like, instead of extending the game another 10, 20 minutes, let's just do it off of a Hail Mary play, and let's just decide who wins or loses right here and now. So I decide to I tell my team, let's just full commit, go for the mid boss, and let's see if it works out for us. We have pretty good shred that gets burnt very fast because we're very late in the game. Their team is trying to catch up to us now. We hear that bomb coming in, and then we get all 3 rejuves. And now they're showing up into the fight with us having 3 rejuves, and this should just be in our favor, just like how it has been before. Whether we win or lose the fight, we have rejuves to help us coin flip it back in our favor. And then it works out. We get a couple picks. Great job, our teammates there. And then I'm like, hey, the Hail Mary paid off. Let's run it down. As you see, the death timers are not accurate. They are not coming back up for a while. So I'm like, yep, let's go here. I tell my team to try to coordinate a little bit. Let's just go 2 and 2. Burn as much time, not burn as much time as possible. 2 people to 1 shrine. So I think that ends up working out. We do have an extra person up. We get that shrine a lot faster. We eat 2 Great Talon ults there, which is crazy. But look, if we didn't have that Spirit Breaker, we'd be dead with no rejuve. So that ends up working out. I tell our team here, focus on players because they're pushing in on us. We get the pick on him. And then here I'm telling my team, let's look for Patron. These moments you need a shot caller. I'm like, Patron, pull Patron here. Let's pull aggro. We want to pull them out of the base so we can kill them and hopefully win the game. So we do get the first tier from the Patron. And then here I'm telling my team, don't worry about Patron. Look for picks. The Apollo's kind of blindsided on finishing. Like, no, we should look for picks here. We get a pick on the Great Talon. And I decide to push the Van out a little bit. Push him back in the base. And then here is when I tell my team, okay, let's look for the Patron. So then we kind of do a little course correction. Just so much going on. We dodge Affliction again. And we're just getting a lot of value from our Ricochet here. Ricochet and the Spellbreaker. So we just clean them up. We decide to get this Viscous down. He dies to the trap. And then now I tell my team to end. Like, most of them are dead. We get a last cleanup on that Ven. And then, yeah, we just walk it down here. I think we try to pad some stats with the Victor. But nah, just the damage is just coming too far in. I think that guy's bomb is going to finish it. Oh, he's got some resistance. Nope, there it is.
Good game.
And then, yeah, that's the game. That's the game. It's been a while since I've had a insane heater match like that. Some of my matches have been going very quickly lately, so I hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait to upload it and show you guys. So if you did enjoy it, I'd appreciate some feedback. Shout out to that Rem, because yeah, that healing was going insane. Rem was doing pretty good there. And then, yeah, it felt like an uphill battle, you know, from the start. So hopefully this is just some, you know, just some video proof on, hey, if you're down, you're not out, and just keep it up, keep the pressure, keep the teamwork going, and you end up getting some good wins. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.